Hey! Hey everybody, this video is for our nursing students. We both know the struggle is real.
It's real.
So this video we're going to be telling you the 5 things you need to know in order to pass NCLEX in 75 questions, okay?
Yes, so for those who don't know, the minimum amount of questions you can get is 75 questions, and then the most is 265 questions. So we're going to be showing you guys how we both pass NCLEX in 75 questions, so that way you guys can do the same. Number 5, you want to take your nursing classes serious. I don't want to sound like a professor here because I'm not one, but I really want you guys to understand that you have to pay attention to all the nursing classes that you're taking right now, whether it's pediatrics or the different medical surgical classes that you'll be taking, because NCLEX can touch on any of the topics that you learn in nursing school. So you want to be well-rounded so that way you can answer any question that would be thrown at you.
Number 4, take an NCLEX prep class if it's in your budget. So we both took the Kaplan course that was with our school, so we were able to get a discount at about $75. And as far as from what I've heard, I think it can go up to about $500 per class. I'm not sure, but they can get really, really expensive. We really like Kaplan because it was the most thing that most prepared us for the NCLEX.
Yes.
It made us feel more comfortable going in that day, just looking at the test, knowing that, oh, we had questions similar to the questions. They're not the same questions at all. So that's a disclaimer. I don't know any review course that's exactly like NCLEX, but it definitely helped us feel more comfortable going in on the test day. There are a few more out there. I've heard of ATI, I've heard of Hearst Review, and I've heard of UWorld. So I'm just listing things. Can't give my personal review of those. All I can say is that Kaplan really helped. And I can say definitely taking an NCLEX review class will help you prepare you better, okay?
And I do want to add that Kaplan will tell you, what to do in order to do well in NCLEX. So if they say take all of the practice tests, I advise you to take all of the practice tests.
Yeah, so if you do take a class, they'll tell you how their class is set up and what you need to do in order to be successful taking that particular class. So definitely reach out and try one of the NCLEX prep classes. They definitely will help you, okay?
Number 3, you want to gather the right materials. And when I say the right materials, I'm talking about the right NCLEX prep books. So there are many, 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 many books out there that, prepare you for the NCLEX. They give you practice tests and practice quizzes. So we're going to be showing you guys the 2 that we use.
Yep, we bought 2.
The first one is called Prioritization, Delegation, and Assignment. Practice exercises for the NCLEX examination. 3rd edition. So you might be looking at me like, how is that going to help me on the NCLEX? A part of the NCLEX does touch on prioritization because they want to make sure that you're not going to be out there and harm the patients. So it will teach you how to be safe and make safe decisions. I can say some of the questions in this book are difficult, and I didn't know why I was getting them wrong. And in the back, it has rationales for, why things are right and why things are wrong. So another tip is to always check and read the rationales for anything that you got right and anything that you got wrong, because you're going to learn both ways.
Yep.
The next book is the Saunders NCLEX Examination Review Book.
The big book.
Yes. So they claim this to be a comprehensive book. So that what that means is that it will touch on all of the topics that you learned in nursing school.
Yes.
So it has pediatric illnesses, adult diseases, immunizations, just anything you can think of that you learned in nursing school. This will touch on it, and we'll have many quizzes and tests. Again, I feel like this book was awesome in preparing for the NCLEX.
It helps you. It's just nursing school wrapped up into a jumbo book.
Yeah, it's a jumbo book. So this is how big it is. It's a little heavy. It feels like a pound or so. But yeah, this is a really good book.
Number 2, you have to study appropriately, okay? I can say that you will have to study hours a day.
Yes.
We did it, and you can do it as well. You have to have that hardcore dedication and willingness to just study. And just the best way I can say is to just make an agenda, split it up in categories, and go like that. You can start off with your easy topics that you're comfortable with, or you can start off with the most difficult things you struggled in nursing school that you feel like you need to jump right into so that you'll get ahead of it. So it all depends on what you want to do, and you also have to always incorporate rest. You can't just study, get no sleep, study, and don't sleep. You have to have a balance there, because if you don't have a balance, then how can you expect to retain anything that you're studying? Because I am a firm believer that when you study, you take rest, you sleep, and throughout the night, you're able to retain that information better. Yes. So when the test day comes, you're like, ding, I got it. I know what that is. You're able to answer the questions. You're sharp. You're on your feet. And you're not just second guessing yourself. Because you don't want to second guess yourself. So just try to relax, stay calm, and take rest, study appropriately, and you get it right.
Yes, and don't forget to save time for a few days when you want to go out with your friends or your family. Whatever is fun to you, you do want to incorporate that into your agenda as well. Yep. Whether you want to go out and party,
see some movies, you know, turn up a little bit. Just kidding. No turning up until after you find out you passed.
Yes. Number 1 is to pray and believe in yourself. So I cannot stress this enough. You have to have some higher being that you pray to, something that will keep you encouraged. You also want to encourage yourself and just believe that you will be a nurse. I was calling her a nurse before we even passed the NCLEX. She was calling me a nurse. We were writing RN after our name because we knew that we were going to be nurses, and we knew that it will soon come true.
Another thing that we did is we bought the mirror markers.
Oh,
so we went in our bathroom, we wrote on the mirrors, Monet, RN, and it just gives you that when you wake up and you wash your face, you're like, oh, I know when the day comes, we're going to pass, we're going to be registered nurses.
And sure it did. So whether you want to write above your mirror, your name, RN, just so that way every morning you wake up, you feel inspired, you believe in yourself. Whatever helps you find out what it is and just stick to it. So that way when the big day comes up, it just, keeps you calm and you're confident and you walk out of there knowing you passed the test. Hopefully this video was helpful to all the nursing students out there. Feel free to leave any comments below if you have any questions about NCLEX and how we prepare for it. Anything we might have forgot, just leave it below.
Hey! Hey everybody, this video is for our nursing students. We both know the struggle is real.
It's real.
So this video we're going to be telling you the 5 things you need to know in order to pass NCLEX in 75 questions, okay?
Yes, so for those who don't know, the minimum amount of questions you can get is 75 questions, and then the most is 265 questions. So we're going to be showing you guys how we both pass NCLEX in 75 questions, so that way you guys can do the same. Number 5, you want to take your nursing classes serious. I don't want to sound like a professor here because I'm not one, but I really want you guys to understand that you have to pay attention to all the nursing classes that you're taking right now, whether it's pediatrics or the different medical surgical classes that you'll be taking, because NCLEX can touch on any of the topics that you learn in nursing school. So you want to be well-rounded so that way you can answer any question that would be thrown at you.
Number 4, take an NCLEX prep class if it's in your budget. So we both took the Kaplan course that was with our school, so we were able to get a discount at about $75. And as far as from what I've heard, I think it can go up to about $500 per class. I'm not sure, but they can get really, really expensive. We really like Kaplan because it was the most thing that most prepared us for the NCLEX.
Yes.
Just